Greetings, everybody. Happy Friday. We're back here at the office, and I just wanted to check in and say hello and talk a little bit about something that came to my mind this morning. Um, Tomorrow is Halloween. Tomorrow is my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. I'm all about scary movies. I am all about fun and costumes and trick or treating and all the things that go along with it. Love it. In fact, I have been watching scary movies since about mid-August, just because I was already in the Halloween mood late summer. So um, that's where I am. But one of the things I love about Halloween is just being able to go out and do some of the things that are fun with the kids and seeing the smiles on the faces and some of those things that go along with it. This year's going to be a little different, right? Uh, this is the first kind of major holiday. The fourth was kind of in there, but this is the first one where we're really facing down the fact that this holiday is not going to look the same as it has in the past. And many of us are dealing with that and pivoting, and some of us are taking it pretty hard. I'm upset. I miss Halloween. I want it to be like normal, but we also have to consider the safety of others, right? So that's what we're doing. Uh, so we're doing some other things. This year we're staying at home. My daughter, she was totally fine with not going trick or treating. And I was like, okay. And I said, we will get candy at home because I can just as easily go get candy at the store and we can eat it at home and watch movies and play games and whatever else we want to do. And we're still going to even dress up in costumes at home. So check out those pictures when they come. They'll be fun. But just because you can't do all the things associated with the holiday does not kill the spirit of the holiday. It's still there. The fun of Halloween doesn't go away just because you can't do what you have been doing before. So that's just something I wanted to talk about. How things are changing, and this is, like I said, this is the first like major holiday that we're looking at. I know Easter, we were not in the church, but I know a lot of people still traveled and gathered around Easter. This is the first time where we're really seeing those numbers and kind of realizing that it is not safe to travel, not safe to gather, and it's kind of sunk in at this point. Um, and now we're facing down Thanksgiving and Christmas, which are two really major holidays, and those are going to be completely different as well this year. So um, a lot of what we're doing in 2020 is coming to grips with the idea that things will be different. And so I wanted to talk more about Halloween today. My favorite movie, not just my favorite Halloween movie, my favorite movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas. If you have never seen it, it is kind of a hybrid Halloween Christmas movie. And it's about the main character is named Jack Skellington. He is a skeleton and he is the king of Halloween Town. And he is so good at what he does that he gets bored. And he is so tired of the same old thing and doing the same thing every year that he basically is over it. And he's looking for something else to give him joy and make him excited. And so what he does is he wanders through the forest and stumbles into this doorway that takes him to Christmas Town. And he has never seen Christmas. He's all about Halloween. And so once he sees Christmas, it fills him with this joy and wonder and excitement because it's different, it's new, and it's a different tone of a holiday than what he has. His is about fun and mischief and spookiness. Christmas is about joy and love and togetherness and all that. And so it just completely captures him. And so he goes back to Halloween Town and he wants to take Christmas from Santa Claus. Not in a bad way. He wants to do it as a favor. He says he wants to give Santa a vacation. So Jack and all the citizens of Halloween Town prepare their own version of Christmas, which of course goes horribly wrong because they know Halloween. They know how to scare people. They know how to make things spooky. They know how to have mischief and fun. They don't understand Christmas. So they do their version of Christmas, and of course, Jack goes out to play Santa Claus, and it goes horribly wrong. And then when he gets back, he's very sad because all he wanted to do was spread joy and let people share in his joy. But his version of joy and fun was not what other people's version of joy and fun was. And so he's very dejected at the end. But of course, at the end, he realizes that after he gets some help from his friends, and they save Santa Claus from the boogeyman who kidnapped him, and he realizes that he is good at Halloween, and it is something that he enjoys. He just needs to be motivated to make it better every year, and he needs to throw his whole self and spirit into what he does well. And so it's kind of a story of us too, right? We get tired of the same old routines, right? The term is the grass is always greener on the other side of the pasture, right? And then we get over there and we find out the grass is not always greener. So we are using our gifts and talents in our daily lives, our vocations, whatever we do in life. And sometimes we don't get all the recognition we want. Sometimes we don't make the big difference that we thought we were going to, but it still is something. And so we do these things and we get tired of doing the same thing day after day after day. And a lot like this pandemic, people are waking up and it's like it's the same thing day after day. I turn on the news, numbers are higher. Turn on the news, people are yelling at each other on TV. People are yelling at each other in the streets. It seems like a Groundhog Day repeat, basically, right? Which is another holiday. And so we can tend to get stuck in these ruts. But when we are stuck in these ruts, think about what you're good at and what you do well and what gifts God has given you, and use your full self, bring your full self, and do the best you can with what you have to make people's lives better. And so that's what Jack learned in the movie, was that he was very good at Halloween. And even though it was the same old thing, he can make it better. And when you bring your whole self, which he does at the end, he commits himself to making Halloween the greatest holiday every year. He finds his joy again. He finds his motivation. And everybody around him rejoices because they've got their old pal Jack back. You know, he's not down in the dumps anymore. He's ready and raring to go. So that's something to think about today as things change and it feels like maybe we're on a repeat. Just look for those times in your life where you can bring yourself to a situation and use those God-given talents. And even though you might not think they're special, there are people around you who think they are special. And so bring everything you can to those situations. Have a couple pieces of scripture that go along with this today. This is from Romans 12. It's verses 6 through 8. We have gifts that differ according to the grace given to us. Prophecy in proportion to faith, ministry in ministering, the teacher in teaching, the exhorter in exhortation, the giver in generosity, the leader in diligence, the compassionate in cheerfulness. We all have gifts that differ according to what God has given us, right? And so if God makes us teachers, we teach as best we can. If we are compassionate, we give cheerfulness to those around us, you know, things like that. We'll look at also Philippians. It's chapter 4, verses 11 through 13. And that says, not that I am referring to being in need, for I have learned to be content with whatever I have. I know what it is to have little, and I know what it is to have plenty. In any and all circumstance, I have learned the secret of being well fed and of going hungry, of having plenty and being in need. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Yeah, we all go through highs and lows in life, right? And we all kind of bemoan our situations sometimes, but realize that no matter how bleak things look, God is giving us strength, God is carrying us, God is walking beside us, and God puts people with us to walk with us and help us through those situations. So just a couple pieces of scripture to help encourage you out there if you are feeling kind of ho-hum like Jack is in the beginning of the movie. These are just a couple. There's several others, but basically the message is God gives us gifts, and we need to learn to... Contentment is a hard thing to learn, right? We always want more. And so what Paul is saying there is, you know, I've had a lot and I've had a little. I've learned to be okay with both. you know, because God strengthens me and God carries me no matter what the situation is. So, as we go about our weeks, I hope to see you back here next Friday. Have a safe and happy Halloween, whatever you choose to do. I hope to see some of you in your costumes on Facebook. That's one of my favorite things to do every year, is see all my friends and family in their costumes with their families. Whatever you choose to do, if you decide to go out, be safe. Mask up, wash your hands, sanitize. If you choose to stay in, have a fun and safe party. Watch some scary movies. They're always fun. And then I would recommend The Nightmare Before Christmas. It is my favorite movie. Just love everything about it. And I would recommend it because it has a wonderful message for everybody right now. So until next time, have a wonderful Halloween. Thank you. Stay safe and goodbye.